Welcome to this edition of Shelby This Week. Here are the stories we have for you. New things are coming for the new building, which will be home to the Activity Center. Soon it will be moving time. See what department will call this building of Fire Station Number 4 home. Training is serious business for the Shelby Township Police Department. We visit one of their recent trainings with the canines. We have all these stories and more on this edition of Shelby This Week. Very soon, residents will be walking through the doors of the new Activity Center. Formerly home to the Boys and Girls Club, this new building is located at 21 Mile and Hayes. Last week, the Board of Trustees approved the renovation for the building, which will allow for more programming space. The current building sits on Van Dyke and houses the Senior Center. This new space is much larger, and with the renovations, it will be practically new.
The old facility, it's seen its day. It's been around for many, many years, so we wanted to get that going so we'd have an opportunity to give more programs and give a great place for people in our community to get together and, have a great activity place and participate in the programs, and we're really glad that it's moving forward.
When the township purchased the building, it was a solution to the relocation, and instead of completely building a new facility.
What a beautiful building it is right now, but when you have a building that was built in 1996, there's time for renovation. So with that being said, we'll be putting on a new roof, new parking lot, upgrading the gymnasium, some paint, scoreboards, some new electrical, HVAC system on the roof. There's 2 of those need to be replaced. So many more things, but the bottom line is when our residents come in, our users are going to see a Class A facility.
Youngblood is excited for all the space, which will allow for more activities for residents. Shelby Township officials expect the building to be open by the beginning of September. And with the new Activity Center, the building which currently houses the PRM offices will be torn down and the garage will be relocated. The Board of Trustees approved PRM to purchase Fire Station Number 4, which will be used to house all of their equipment.
We're pretty excited about that, and the good thing about it is it's pretty much move-in ready. Everything's up to code, everything's been well taken care of, and I think Jill's pretty excited about it. And we as a Board of Trustees are very excited because we don't have to build another new structure as we were going to right here on campus.
With very little work to be completed, the PRM department will move in after Fire Station Number 4 relocates to their new station.
We've been here for over 25 years, this department. As we know, the library is going to be built here on the beautiful township grounds, so in turn, have to find a location for our maintenance department, which includes our grounds and facilities department. With that being said, what a great opportunity. Fire Station 4 on Shaner, beautiful building, great facility. They're moving out because they have the new station at 25 in Shaner, so what a perfect fit for our grounds and facilities department to purchase that. Township funds and move right in. And I think it's just a great use of an existing building here in Shelby Township, and instead of having to buy a new grounds or facilities maintenance.
By the end of the summer, both PRM and the Activities Center will be relocated, which will allow for that space to become a new library. A valuable tool to the Shelby Township Police Department, these 4-legged fierce canines train just as hard as any officer on the force. Stacy Sansatera takes us to training with Morpheus and Nico.
Come on.
Police dogs are a vital part of modern law enforcement, and they are specially trained to be relied upon in extreme conditions.
Morpheus and Nico, they're trained in article search, building search, area search, narcotics, handler protection, aggression. They're trained for multiple assets of canine work.
Training any dog requires constant rehearsal and hours upon hours of ongoing training.
You are amped up, buddy. Good job.
In fact, the most important factor to success is often the maintenance work that occurs long after the initial training has been completed.
We train every Thursday for 8 hours. So we train as much as possible. We even train on our own time. So if we go home and we toss some articles out in our backyard, I'll have my kid lay a track. I mean, that's still training. Even in the house, we do obedience. If he's going outside, he knows he has to sit. If he gets his food, he knows he needs to go in a down position. It's constant training, even if you're away from work.
Every interaction that I have with Nico is a training opportunity. So whenever I have Nico out, I'm training him in some way, shape, or form. I'm constantly making sure that my dog's performing at the highest level possible.
Training is very important because you need certification. You don't want to go into court and say your dog's not certified, because if there's a bad bite, you need to explain to the judge, the jury, the prosecution, the defense attorney that your dog's certified, it was a good bite, and this is why.
Although honing the physical and mental abilities of the canine is of the utmost importance, there is one factor which is even more important to the success of the canine and handler team.
Okay, bud. No, we're not finding dope.
Due to the highly personal nature of the handler and canine relationship, bonding can be the most important aspect of the canine training experience.
The bond is vitally important. I mean, Nico and I have been fortunate enough we've been working together for over 2 years now. It probably took a couple months to actually get that trust in there. Your partner needs to trust you that you're putting him in a good situation, that he's not going to get harmed, and that he's comfortable in everything that he can do, because he trusts you on what you're going to direct him into doing.
Bonding is anything from tossing a ball in the backyard every day to taking them for walks to bring them to training every day. That's all part of bonding. So you need to bond with your dog before you have any successful canine handler.
Attaboy, good boys. Attaboy, buddies. Oh, like a boys.
And for these handlers, Morpheus and Nico are so much more than law enforcement tools. The extensive training might bring with it some bumps and bruises, but the experience has proven to be priceless.
Best job ever. Even though the bruises, but best job ever. Canine's the highlight of my police career, and I won't change anything about it. He's part of the family, he's a great partner, and like I said, it's the best thing.
I mean, he's my best friend, but he's a huge integral part of my family as well. So it's the best part of my career so far. Hands down, no questions asked.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
The facility used for training was Elite Indoor Sports. They generously donated the space for the officers to work with their canines.
Shelby Township 911.
Every year during the second week in April, police and fire departments all across the United States celebrate telecommunications personnel in the public safety community. The week-long event was first celebrated in 1981 at a sheriff's department in California. Now these men and women who serve in the department are celebrated all across the country. While their work may go unrecognized sometimes, they get the job done every single day and work alongside the officers during their shift.
These men and women are the unsung heroes of this profession. They're highly motivated, highly trained, valuable members of every police and fire agency across the United States, and without them, the services that we render, that oftentimes the police, fire, and EMS take credit for, would never happen. We'd never get put into motion if it wasn't for the hard work of these men and women.
In stressful times, these 911 dispatchers are there for the residents and continue to be a guiding light during a very dark time. In February, the Shelby Township Fire Department hosted their annual Red Hot Night fundraiser. The final numbers are in, and the firefighters presented a check to the Great Lakes Burn Camp for over $32,000. The Great Lakes Burn Camp began in 1995. It provides an experience that promotes healing, self-esteem, confidence, and general well-being for burn-injured children. The inclusive environment for the kids allows for a fun summer camp experience. Each year, the Shelby Township Fire Department raises money to help send children to camp. Through various donations, the fundraiser is always a huge success. If you are interested in learning more about the camp and also donating, visit GreatLakesBurnCamp.org. Still ahead on Shelby This Week, the Vincent Joe's parking lot was home to a very unusual competition. We have these stories and more still ahead.
I tried Oxy at a couple of parties. I didn't know it'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
I would like to take a moment to share some fire safety tips for pet owners.
Remember, your pet can be curious, and curiosity can definitely start a fire.
Pets may bump into or knock over a variety of things, such as cooking equipment, lamps, candles.
As a reminder, do not leave any of these items unattended with your pet alone in the room.
Some pets like to chew. Please make sure that your pets don't chew on any electrical cords. If you do have a fire in your home, get out and stay out. Let the firefighters know when they get there that you have a pet inside your home.
An infestation of gypsy moths has called for a partnership between Shelby Township and the MSU Extension in Macomb. Shelby This Week's Samana Sheik has the details.
Shelby Township is known for their tree population. Not only does it attract wildlife, but a certain pest called the gypsy moth. It started with a phone call about a gypsy moth infestation in Clinton Township. The MSU Extension in Macomb researched to discover gypsy moths taking over the residential area of 23 Mile and Van Dyke Road, which led to a partnership to control the pests.
The gypsy moth makes the tree more susceptible to predators and bacteria and other things that can kill the tree. If they are eating significantly, they can really devastate and literally take the tree canopy away.
The MSU Extension in Macomb is spraying the outbreak with BT, a naturally occurring bacteria found in soil. The only species it's harmful to is the gypsy moth.
As the caterpillars are moving up and down to feed during the day, they eat the trees that have the BT on them, and it kills them.
Killing this pest helps create a peaceful environment for both people and wildlife. Letters will be given to residents in the local area. The entire process of spraying will last 45 minutes to an hour long. In Shelby Township, reporting for Shelby This Week, Samana Sheik.
Macomb County Animal Control is inviting people who want to adopt to come to the shelter on May 4th. May the 4th Be With You Shelter Barks Back event will lower adoption rates to $25. Their goal is to match animals with the perfect family in hopes of these dogs and cats getting out of the shelter and into their forever home. Animal Control asks that all family members who reside in the home, as well as other pets, be present on this day to make sure the animal you are looking to adopt is a perfect match. The shelter event will be on Saturday, May 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Macomb County Animal Control in Clinton Township. To fill out an adoption form or to learn more about the shelter, visit animalcontrol.macombgov.org. Termed the original Sicilian The Bachelor, this competition is something you don't see every day. Kyle Warzbach takes us to the Vincent Joe's Gourmet Market and tells us about this unique tradition.
Could you lift a tree over your head for the one you love? This Sicilian Easter tradition made its way to Vincent Joe's, where men demonstrated their strength in the Festa degli Schieti, meaning the Festival of the Bachelor.
This tradition started in Terracini way back in 1800. We don't know exactly the date, but started way back then. But they do the same thing that we're doing over here. But over there is more big because they got a lot more people. And this is an orange tree. What we do is we decorate it. They're gonna raise it with one hand and they're gonna hold as much as they can. Nice and balanced.
The tree generally weighs between 110 to 120 pounds. In the Terracini Festival, bachelors and married men who participate dedicate their lift to their fiancés and wives. Holding the tree over their head demonstrates their strength and ability to support their family. So how did this tradition make its way to Detroit?
Because a lot of people from Terracini live here in Detroit. Mostly, over 10,000 people, first, second, third generation live here in Detroit. Back in 1986, we decided to say, you know what, it would be nice to do. This is the only tradition that we have at Terracini. Nobody else does. This year, Vincent Joe sponsored the trees. And that's why we're here, to honor him. And because it's not easy, to get an orange tree here in Detroit.
But the highlight of the festival was 13-year-old Jonathan Ferrara, who's been lifting these trees since he was 5.
It's pretty cool, I like it. And it's pretty fun to lift the tree and it's a good show, too, for people. So it's a good show.
And Jonathan wouldn't have learned how to do this without the guidance of his father, who has competed in the Terracini Festival for most of his life.
He just went there and when he was 11 years old, he just lifted the tree and he likes it now, so he keeps doing it.
Now his father and older brother are two of the top competitors in the Terracini Festival every year, and it's only a matter of time before Jonathan can join the ranks in Sicily as well.
This is the champion, the son champion, and he's going to become a champion as well.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Kyle Warzabot.
Coming up next, one woman opens her home and teaches cooking classes that even the most unexperienced cook can make something. An upcoming race will take you in and around Jimmy John's Fields.
Dogs, puppies, good boys, and our best friends. There's no better way to bond with them than spending time outdoors. But when it's time for them to go, make sure you pick up their poop. It prevents germs from spreading and keeps the parks clean. Thank you for continuing to make Shelby Township a great place to live.
The famous quote that anyone can cook is now possible in Shelby Township, all because of one local chef. Samana Sheik has the latest.
Cooking is all about bringing the community together, and here in Shelby Township, that is exactly what's happening in Lauren's house.
It's amazing how much better I cut knowing that I'm gripping that correctly.
It
does make a difference.
All the classes you took. Lauren Nardini is a local chef that wants to help bring the community together. A way to make that dream come true is through brunch workshops in her personal kitchen.
Food and cooking always brings everybody together, and it can be a really fun night out when you just come to somebody else's house, do the cooking here, eat a great meal, leave the mess in the dishes behind, and then you get to take home the recipes and recreate it for your family.
Recreate it for your family. No experience is necessary.
I don't think people realize that there's a lot of things you can do locally around your house. You know, you don't have to travel far to do things, even though, you know, there's good opportunities for that, but just to know there's these intimate sessions where you can do and get some really personalized sessions on how to do something, I think is neat.
All ages can participate in Lauren's cooking classes. The recipes are easy to follow and a new way to become closer to the people you care about.
I'm making a frittata today, and it's going to be a vegetable frittata, but it's really versatile, and I wanted to teach something that you can really change it up and make it any which way that you want.
Gluten-free, vegan, keto, and paleo classes are available. It's all about having the right type of vegetables and the right spice, but most importantly, the community involvement. Here in Shelby Township, Samana Sheik reporting for Shelby This Week.
For more information, visit Breaking the Mold Facebook page and their website at www.breakingtm.com. Rock your favorite Detroit sports team on your license plate. The Michigan Secretary of State announced 4 brand new license plates drivers can now have: the Detroit Lions, Pistons, Tigers, and Red Wings. The proceeds from these license plates will benefit the team's charitable foundation. Similar to the other special cause license plates, the state offers $25 of the $35 purchase fee, and the entire $10 renewal fee will go to the foundation. Each of the foundations benefits children through recreational and educational opportunities. You can order the plates right now by visiting expresssos.com or visit any Secretary of State office. Now, with the weather warmer, 5K races will be back in season. It's the perfect time to get in race mode because the Kiwanis 5K pennant race will be on Sunday, May 5th. Runners and walkers will start and finish at Jimmy John's Field. Everyone who participates gets a medal. Registration will begin at 8 a.m. and the official start of the race will be 10 a.m. Even the kids can join in on the fun, and the kids race begins that morning at 9:30 a.m. All the proceeds go towards Macomb County Special Olympics and the Utica Shelby Township Kiwanis Club. To register online, visit eastsideracing.enmotive.com. That's all we have for this edition of Shelby This Week. Remember, you can always watch us online or on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. We will leave you now with scenes from the Nature Center. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.